Wow, what can I say? Good morning. Good morning. Today is the 15th of November 2022, and it's a very important day. So I am going to tell you all about it in a minute. First of all, look how that sun, look at the sky. So beautiful. So beautiful. That's how beautiful the sun is. Anyway, today is a very important day because the nurses are on strike today. I'm going to explain this. The nurses in the UK have voted overwhelmingly to go on strike. Hundreds of thousands of them voted. And this month, 2 days have been set aside, the 15th and the 20th, for the strike. So I'm going to explain. This is very historic, and I'm going to tell you why. It's historic because this is the first time in over 100 years of the RCN that nurses are going on strike. So it's a very historic moment for for nurses, the RCN as well. Okay, I just saw some people like, no, I'm just in the area of the vicinity. That's why I got distracted. Anyway, this is the first time in the history that they were going on strike. And the reason why they're going on strike is very simple. Is about pay, not just about pay, but most importantly about patient safety. What happens is this. All right, so as we were saying, the we're just walking towards the so this is Annie. Annie, how are you feeling about the
I'm excited.
yeah. So as I was saying, it's not just about the money or but it's about patient safety, because the NHS is the National Health Services. If you don't know, it's one of the, if you're in Nigeria, for example, it is like the federal government hospitals, and it's like the biggest health establishment in the UK. And they don't retain staffs, and nurses leave and go to find because of low pay, and this has impacted on patient safety. Let's walk on the floor before I fall down. It's really icy. So look at it today, of all the days of the year, so icy. So we're going to road so we don't fall, just walking to where the other people are. So as I was saying, the NHS has not been able to retain staff because of poor pay, and which means the nurses that are there are working under very dangerous conditions. You would say dangerous how? Dangerous because, for example, if you were supposed to have 1 nurse to 3 patients, you're having 1 nurse to 6 or more, and you're working under such intense conditions, especially after the pandemic. And the pressure, and again during the winter, the pressure is really high on nurses, and this makes it dangerous. And what the nurses are simply saying, the RCN is simply saying to the government is, can you please pay more money to nurses so the staffs can be retained and we can have safe condition. So in a nutshell, actually, it is about, is it that way? Oh, we're going the wrong way. We're going to where the picket line and supporters are. Okay. So we went the wrong way. So what they're saying in essence is, can you pay nurses? You know, apart from that, we know this recent crisis of living crisis, the rate of inflation. So many nurses are struggling with the amount of money they are paid and a lot of things, and they're saying enough is enough. We want to do our job safe, and considering as well that nurses are highly specialized now. They go 3 years to get a degree, BSc, and then they're doing highly specialized jobs, and they deserve the pay. What they pay them is appalling, to be honest. If you remember in my other videos when I talked about the UK in the Western world, the nurses are the lowest. The UK paid the nurses the lowest in the Western world. Most nurses come from overseas. They get established here, and what do? They move to Australia, they move to the UK, to the US, they move to New Zealand, and all of those places. And we don't want that. What they say in RCN, the nurses, everyone is saying is, can you at least pay us to be able to feed and to be able to work safely? Of course, when you're hungry, you don't concentrate, do you? All right. Anyway, let's. You happy for your first? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Some of the nurses. There. What does it say? The voice of nursing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God.
The
previous video. Yeah.
Get it over the mixed in that style.
Taking loads of photos, we're getting distracted by the label. Yeah. Whereabouts are you based?
She's made me her little camera assistant today. It's ridiculous.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you should come along as a support.
Yeah, come along as
Yeah, the
See what that says.
I'm just going into the sun.
Yeah. Thank you. So if you're wondering why they're honking, so it's if you're supporting, you give a honk. So that's why when they're driving past, they're honking to support nurses.
Well done, you lot.
Thank you very much.
Oops, whoops, whoops, whoops. Ooh. Hello.
Hi. Keep our NHS public, which does what it says on the tin.
Yes, keep your.
Yes, our NHS.
And all of a sudden you go over there and you get a flat bed. Oh, it's to you. It is, yeah. It is. That's your new name, mate. Yeah, that's it. That's what blend in.
Oh, he stayed.
Maybe you should get a big wall at the front
This is really good.
They're the kids, are they? Yeah, kids.
It's a video.
Oh, darling.
Yeah.
official picket line that we're supporting, but that's completely kind of by the board. Me and Mary are the front.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Because I think because it's an the RCN are leading the way today, I think it's important that the RCN speak first. If I could have Dawn, if you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Oh, you're there, sorry.
Thanks for everybody else who's come out to support us today. This is really, really important what we're doing today. This is not just about pay, this is about patient safety, and we need to always remember that this is not just about us and our terms and conditions, it's also about our patients and their terms and conditions in the hospital. We need them to be better looked after, we need to have more staff, and the government needs to listen to us. We don't have any dispute with our trust, our dispute is with the government and the pay review bodies. Thank you to everybody who's come today.
Have we got Rachel there?
I was full thanks about this. So yeah, I'm Liz and work at the Highfield. Yeah, I think we're really proud of how many people today that we did. I think it's apart from the nurses, the work that we're doing, and that's been amazing. That's from Icon, Chapel, everything. You know, everyone wants to show their support, and I think that is shows how difficult things are at the moment, that everyone is together in solidarity, and we need to continue this and show the government. You know, how many times have they been on strike over the past couple of years when they haven't let them? So yeah, and then that's what our things are. They're like talking about. So thanks for coming today, and we'll come to you.
Okay, if I can have Andy Hopkins. Andy is on the executive of the Postal Workers Union Postal Section.
Ooh, well done.
Solidarity from the CWU and Dave Ward. We're a striking union, we're seasoned. I just want to give a shout out to the Oxford CWU members. They're the ones in pink. They've been absolutely fantastic. I always love coming to Oxford because I don't have to win people over. People already know the arguments. And, you know, like all the other unions, people take strike action with the teachers following. There is something inherently wrong in this country. Austerity has been a political, it's not a political choice, it's been delivered on people. The government have had 12 years of pay cuts and freezes, and now enough is enough. My own union, we started this dispute on the 26th of August. We were wearing our shorts, which some postmen still wear their shorts, even in these freezing times. But our dispute, we're 16 days into it, and it's about corporate greed. Unlike you, we were privatised in 2013, and now we're seeing the damaging effects of privatisation. They want to hive off fleet, they want to hive off our engineers, our cleaners, put it all out to tendering and sell GLS off, which is the lucrative part of Royal Mail. We have 500 years of history. We deliver 6 days a week as an obligation to 32 million addresses. Like the nurses, this isn't just a job, it's a vocation. And like your colleagues have been in the job for many years, I look around and I see people with 25, 30 years service being treated abhorrently. And we will not tolerate that anymore. We have got a CEO who has basically declared our business as losing £1 million a day. Well, if we're all in it together, which they say, why has he given shareholders £567 million? He pays himself 32 times the average wage of a postman, and he's just taken £140,000 in bonuses. That cannot be right. That is corporate greed, and we're not all in it together. So all I'm saying is here that enough is enough. There is plenty of money in the pot. It's just in the wrong hands. We, like all these other unions, are going to come together, and we will have our day, and we will have our pay rises, and we will serve the public like we always do. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to come to Oxford.
I'd like to introduce Hosea Martinez Farry from Unite Health Front.
Hi everyone, it's really lovely to be here. My name is Hosea Jafari Marvin. I'm a proud NHS worker from the Churchill. Big shout out to all the Churchill staff who are out there as well. It's really great to see everyone out on the picket supporting each other. And we were at the JR earlier and it was a huge turnout. And we have so much public support behind us because the public know the truth. The nurses who work with me in theatres, quite often they stay past their shifts whenever they're asked to do extras. I will never forget, there was a confused patient who can only recognise one of the nurses on the ward. And I went up there, this nurse was still up there and came back down to make sure that that confused patient had a familiar face. And this is the dedication that people are showing. And they showed during the pandemic. And they clapped for us, but apparently there's no money for us, just clap. And honestly, that £37 billion that they spent on track and trace, which was shown to be ineffective because they handed it out to a mate of theirs, a private corporation, despite local council saying, we will be able to do it better. Where did that money go into their pockets? And was anyone held to account for it? No. Our multi-ethnic working classes have always held up our NHS. I'm proud to be the migrant champion for the city, and we are not to be divided. And we are not going to forget that everyone gave so much and are still giving so much, but yet constantly the politicians love to divide the working classes. Postal workers against nurses, against teachers, against junior doctors, brown and black people against the working classes. We're all in it together. It's them that are separate. Let's never forget that. And it's going to be hard because they're going to keep trying to divide us, but we know that we are standing for fair pay. In this city, people are constantly worried about paying their bills. That's why my colleagues are leaving. And it is a crying shame to see experienced people at their wits' end. This is going to come to an end. Enough is enough. We need change. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce David Chovell, Vice President of Oxford University UCU.
Taking our postal workers, attacking our lecturers. I am proud to see this gathering here of this crowd which is showing solidarity on so many fronts. All unions gathering together, which is a sign that
the nurses joining now, striking rail workers, striking transport workers, the border staff will be on strike soon, bus drivers, across the public sector, but the nurses, really this is historic. It's the first time such a wave of strikes in the nursing profession has happened in the entire history of the National Health Service, a service that many say is close to collapse. 19% is what the nurses have been asking for. As you heard there, around 4% is what's been offered in terms of an independent pay review. Not enough, say the nurses. They are simply struggling to continue in the profession under a crippling cost of living crisis.
no pay! No way! No pay!
No way! No way! No way!
Thank you on behalf of the city councillors and on behalf of the Labour Party, we will stand on picket lines, despite what we're told about our leadership. We will stand. Thank you.